And now I'm passing over to Amanda.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? So I've got three things I wanted to say, and then I've got a little model that I want to share on my whiteboard. Hopefully that'll work. And then I've got my three tips. So the three things that I wanted to say in terms of my takeaway from the last couple of months are this. Number one, we are all navigating the same storm. We're in different boats. We are navigating the same storm, which means that whether you're B2B or B2C, you're kind of in it with them to a great extent. And therefore, actually putting yourself in your customer's shoes should be easier. And I won't even begin to say how really important it is to get your ideal client right. And Julia's got an amazing template for that. Your competition is also in the same situation. So your competition is also feeling this period of instability. So don't worry about them. Just be your best, be absolutely your best, and make sure that you're bringing, we don't have to have a point of uniqueness. We just need to be doing our best to be as different and as helpful as we possibly can. So now's the time to connect with everybody on the list, which I'm just going to give you a couple of tips about where to focus there in a minute. And then the other one is people need a vision. So rather than sell hard or seem too desperate, give them a vision of the future. Let me give you an example. We have an office in Leatherhead, which is currently closed, and we have a vision of what workshops might look like in the future. We've got a vision that actually says you can quite easily, with a large room, do some socially distanced face-to-face in the foreseeable future when it's allowed. Our office in Fetcham, their office manager is just not having it. Oh no, it's only going to be up to 6. We can't use the big room. We've put all the soft furnishing in there because that's where we've got to put it so that we can get only 6 people in the boardroom. And they haven't got a vision of the future. We're going to hopefully help them with that. But it's a good example. What is your protocol going to be going forward? What are your new terms and conditions, as Tori said? So they're my 3 things. In terms of customers, one of the things that we found with our clients is to just be careful in terms of how much new product development you do and how many new customers you're expecting. Because let me just see whether I can share this whiteboard here. If I lose my virtual background, great, okay, should be able to see this. And if you can't, we can always take a photo. This is a really useful matrix to use. Actually, if you've got new customers, and you've got existing customers, it is easier. You can see the smiley face. It's so much easier to sell your existing products to your existing customers. So much easier. Why? Well, you know them, you know your products, and you know their pain points. So it's much easier. It's actually, it's okay to sell new products to existing customers, particularly if they are an iteration as a result of COVID, particularly of your existing products. So maybe a virtual, something virtual that's helped if you work with clients in that way, or something that's going to specifically help them. For example, I think I said this last time, it's one of my favorite examples. A lady who sells chopping boards with names written in them. She's actually selling them to send to grandparents to say we miss you on a little, on a little coaster. Same product, slightly tweaked, existing customers. She's done brilliantly well with it. Because actually new products, really brand new products to existing customers, more tricky. And new products to new customers, even more tricky. Now, I know we've got Sarah talking about marketing, and I know we also have had some new customers coming up, but it's more tricky, so focus on them. And then I just want to share what I call the magic matrix. The magic sales matrix is to put all your customers down one side, your existing customers, remember, because they're the easiest, and then put all your products along the top. And do some ticks and crosses and question marks. Do they all know exactly what you sell? Do they know how you've been tweaking your existing products? And do they know that you've got some slightly new ones that they might find really, really useful? So that was my tip in terms of sometimes useful to grab a piece of paper and do that. What are my top tips? Number 1, plan further ahead than the end of your nose, especially with customers. and help them to see that vision, which was my first point of what the future might be like. Because actually, I think we sent out a blog from one of the last sessions called The 4 Seasons of COVID. Season 1, we're in it. It might be lasting another 12 weeks, but we're actually just coming out of it. Season 2, 6 to 12 months. Season 3, 12 to 18 months. And season 4 is kind of 3 years ahead. So think about how you're going to help your customers going forward, because some of them won't engage right now. Some of them, it might take them longer. Ask brilliant questions. I know I always go on about that in sales, but it is such a good opportunity to connect and ask great questions, none of which need to be, do you want to buy one of my products? Or, what's happening that we can help with? None of which need to be that. Actually, they need to be helping people right now with my final tip, which is energy. We are so stuck for energy right now, and we can be on point and we can be energetic with our customers, because actually they may not be. We don't know what's going on for them in their private lives and so on. So be energetic. And I always talk about energy because it is so great. And actually you can just sell a bit of energy to them, and they'll respond. So help them, refer, connect them with people that they need, send them something useful. I know we've been doing some what we call lumpy posts. Send something in the post that will help them, or that will just make them smile. Thank you letters. I've been sending thank you notes to people who've paid us to schedule or paid us in advance. Now, I wouldn't normally send a note to do that. Maybe I actually should, but it's so helpful to energize people. Emails, blogs, all of those things that I know Sarah, Sarah's the expert on. But your marketing to your existing customers, it's called account marketing. Manage to make sure that you bring energy to your existing customers before you start to think, oh my goodness, I need 10 new ones. They are my tips. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amanda. Absolutely brilliant tips as always. Thank you so much.